Hey guys, and welcome on into today's college football pick video play. If you're interested in getting all of our college football plays, you can check those out over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description. And be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. So heading on in to today's action, we're going to be discussing this very intriguing contest over in the Big 12 between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Obviously, a lot of college football playoff implications for this one. Whoever loses this one, probably out of the running to make it into that college football playoff, which only makes this rivalry matchup that much more exciting. Oklahoma State looking like quarterback Mason Rudolph is going to be able to go today. Obviously, a huge plus for them with him on the field. Without Rudolph in there, Oklahoma State obviously just wouldn't be quite as big of a threat. But coming into this one as slight favorites behind their very strong home field advantage. But starting today with the road team, the Oklahoma Sooners, they're standing 7-1 overall on the year, and in the first college football playoff ranking, they sit at 5th right now, so just one spot out of the top 4. And we feel like Oklahoma's probably not in the top 4 right now, given the fact that their defense hasn't been looking great, especially in Big 12 play. They've had a lot of close games where they came into as rather significant favorites and really could have gone either way. Like, for instance, their 8-point win against Baylor, 7-point win against Kansas State, and 5-point win against Texas. They were favored by larger margins in those outings. They weren't able to come through. And then also, obviously, they were huge favorites at home against Iowa State and losing that one by a final of 31-38. But right now, Oklahoma can stick the feather in their cap with the fact that they went on the road against Ohio State, who's another one of the top teams in the country. They dominated the Buckeyes on the road, winning that one way back in September by a final of 31-16. And that's the standout resume result for Oklahoma that's keeping them very high in the rankings right now. Also, the fact that they've been at least able to take care of business for the most part in games that they've been rather significant favorites in, but everything's going to shake out here for the Sooners down the stretch with resume building wins potentially in the next couple of weeks against Oklahoma State and TCU if they're able to find a way to come through. And then they also finish off the season on the road against Kansas, which is almost a lock to be a win, as well as a home game against West Virginia, which also looks like a pretty secure potential win there for the Sooners. So it's really all going to come down to, more than likely for the Sooners, how they fare in their next 2 outings against Oklahoma State and TCU. On the year, Oklahoma has been very impressive on the offensive side of the ball. Veteran quarterback Baker Mayfield putting up huge numbers again. He's thrown for over 2,600 yards, 23 touchdown passes to lead this offense, which ranks 3rd in the nation in passing, 27th in rushing, 6th in total scoring. And then their defense, more average in terms of comparing them against the national average, ranking 60th in college football in total team scoring defense. So now comparing that over today with the home team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, this is a squad that we had very high expectations coming into the year. They've been matching those. They've been extremely impressive. They also stand at 7-1 overall, with their only loss up to this point coming against TCU at home. Since that early Big 12 loss for the Cowboys, they've gone on to beat Texas Tech in a close one. They blew out Baylor. They beat Texas on the road by 3 points. They beat West Virginia on the road by 11 points. So a little bit up and down results certainly for the Cowboys. They completely dominated action back during the non-conference against Tulsa, South Alabama, and Pittsburgh, but that's not the toughest non-conference schedule by any means. They weren't able to pick up a big resume-building win during the non-conference, so that's why right now they're significantly ranked behind Oklahoma, standing at 11th in the polls. This is an Oklahoma State team that's actually had some very similar numbers to their opponent in today's action. Oklahoma State ranks 2nd in college football in passing, 35th in rushing, 4th in scoring average, and defensively ranking 51st in the nation in total team defense. So it's actually extremely similar numbers for both of these teams, where Oklahoma State ranks slightly better in terms of their scoring average and total team defense, but we're really splitting hairs at this point. Veteran quarterback Mason Rudolph has lived up to his hype this year. He's thrown for almost 2,900 yards and 22 touchdowns on the year, with Justice Hill being a very dangerous option out of the backfield, picking up 836 yards and 7 TDs on the season. And also wide receiver James Washington could be a big difference maker in this one if the Cowboys are going to go on to potentially pick up this win. He's already received for over 1,000 yards this year and 8 touchdowns, and he'll be a vocal point certainly for the Cowboys' offensive game plan today. So we're really excited to see how this one turns out. It should be a very competitive game. We think that home field advantage for Oklahoma State is certainly going to work in their favor positively, and also it just feels like in terms of their overall results, the Cowboys have been a tick better throughout the entire season than Oklahoma, and this is going to be their chance to prove it. They have that offensive potency. Their defense has been slightly better, and we think that behind that home field advantage today in this rivalry matchup, and what should be a very close game, we feel more comfortable siding with the home team, giving that 1.5 points as our pick video play for today's action. So again, guys, siding with Oklahoma State here with giving those points to Oklahoma as our college football pick video play. And again, to get all of our college football picks for today's action, you can check those out at stumpthespread.com, link down in the video description. And be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.